Roswell Flight Test Crew here. Today we're out with some local firefighters to show them how a small unmanned aircraft system like Raven could help them deal with emergencies.
Specifically, we're going to use Raven to monitor a structure fire. Over there.
Cool. Or rather, hot actually.
Great.
Let's do it. Before the exercise got started, firefighter Forrest Chambers described what he was hoping to see.
The thing we want to test today is, in a true house fire, we'd want to use the drone to be able to see if the roof was ready for collapse. If a firefighter is on a roof and there's fire below them, sometimes it's hard to see that. And so with the infrared on the drone, we want to test today to see, would you be able to see how hot it is? Would you be able to see if the roof is ready to collapse? A lot of firefighters die from roof collapse falling into a burning structure.
The location for the exercise was a 3-story burn building on the Eugene Fire Department's training ground.
We light fires in there and practice going and put them out. You used to be able to burn houses down when people didn't want their houses anymore. They would call us and we'd burn them down, but there's so many more regulations now that we can't do that. There's no asbestos, there's no chemicals. We only use pallets in here and paper, so it's a safer fire.
With the fires lit inside the structure, firefighters rolled up on scene, just like they would during an actual emergency. Overhead, RQ's CX-3 Raven moved in to provide an aerial perspective on their operations. During this mission, she carried both a GoPro Hero 2 for visible light observations, as well as a FLIR thermal imaging camera. Back at the command post, we had a real-time video feed from Raven hooked up to a big screen TV, so everybody could see what was happening. Afterward, one of the company officers who watched the exercise unfold described the value of having the FLIR on board.
So what the drone was giving us, kind of that three-dimensional view that we don't normally get of both real-time what's going on and then a thermal dynamic of what we were actually seeing. Because when we see the smoke, you know, it's diffuse and we don't always know where the fire is, but when we go to that thermal look, we immediately know where we have the heat and how much heat that we have.
While crews inside worked to extinguish the blaze and search for survivors, another team climbed up on top of the building. Their mission, which claims the lives of many firefighters each year, was to cut a hole in the roof. Captain Lay described the purpose behind this dangerous maneuver.
You know, like anything that's on fire or maybe your wood stove, that heat is built up. It has to escape somewhere, heat rises, and so we build a chimney on a wood stove. That's the most efficient way generally to get heat out of a house that's on fire, is cut a hole. We can control where that heat goes, create that chimney to let it out.
In the future, drones like Raven may be able to help reduce the risk to firefighters by identifying weak spots on the roofs of burning buildings before they collapse. With the exercise complete and the firefighters packing up their gear, the fire chief took a moment to give us his impression of the drone's effectiveness.
Very impressive capability. I certainly see an application for fire and emergency services, and we look forward to exploring this in more detail. Thank you very much.
Well, there's no doubt that we had a hot time with the firefighters today, right?
Hope you enjoy watching. See you next time.
All right, fly safe.